that it is around 93% accurate. Okay, according to the chart that I am going to have a baby boy, and true enough, I now have a bouncing baby boy. It was true for me, it was true for a lot of my friends, but it is actually a 700-year-old information that surprisingly not everybody knows of. Now, a lot of you guys are interested to get to know how to make this little cute baby boys and baby girls. Hello YouTube! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss D. I am a registered nurse in the Philippines and in the US, a master's degree holder in nursing. And this is my channel with my baby Ethan. I have a bouncing baby boy and he is 6 months old this month. Okay, and I would like to share with you a very interesting information for today. It is actually a 700-year-old information that surprisingly not everybody knows of. Now, I first encountered this when I was 7 months pregnant. I read it from the pregnancy book that I was reading, and I was surprised to know about it. So what I did was I kind of researched more about it to have something to share with all of you guys for today. I know that you know some people who have been dying to have a little baby boy but ended up with tres Marias or 3 little baby girls. Or I know that there might be some people out there whom you know also who are wanting to have that little cute baby girl but ended up with a starting lineup of a men's basketball team. Now, the problem is not really that of, let's say, infertility. It may be a little bit of lack of knowledge about how to conceive or when to conceive, and these are part of the topics that I will be discussing for today. So let's just take this as a, let's say, a very light and fun topic to talk about, and I know that a lot of you guys are interested to get to know how to make this little cute baby boys and baby girls. Now, this is not really that much complicated because all you need would be 2 basic information, which would be 1, the mother's birthday, which I know that you very well know of, and secondly would be the date of conception, or the date wherein the baby was formed. Now, for those of you who are already pregnant, okay, this could be a tool to determine, let's say, ahead of time what kind of baby you could possibly be having. Or for those of you who are still planning to have babies, they usually use this to select the baby that they are going to have. So this is actually all about timing. Okay, now first I would like to discuss when to make a baby. When or how can you determine the date of conception? Well, basically, in order for you to do this, okay, you would need 2 information again, which would be number 1, okay, what is your cycle length, meaning how many days do you usually have in your menstrual cycle? Now, it is very easy to compute. All you need would be the date that you have your menses this month in the following month, and you count the number of days in between. Usually they say that you need around 6 months to determine your cycle length. Okay, and this is actually applicable for those who have a regular menstrual cycle. Now, let's give an example. Okay, for example, you have like a 30-day cycle. Okay, we are going to use that for this specific topic. Okay, some cycle lengths could vary. It could range from like 21 days. Some have like 28 days, 30 days, or even more. It just really depends upon the woman. So you need to know what is your cycle length. All right, now because of that, let me bring out a calendar that we are going to use for this video. So the tool that we are going to use for today is called as the Chinese Gender Predictor chart, or other people call this as the Chinese gender calendar. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the 2 information that we're going to need would be the mother's birthday plus the date of conception. Okay, so I have here a sample of a calendar Okay, so let's say for example that it is a 30-day cycle. Okay, so there are 30 days, okay, within that cycle. Now the next information that we would need would be what we call as the LMP. The LMP is what we call as the last menstrual period, or the first day of your last menses. Okay, let's say for example for the month of August, okay, this month, now that you had your mens, the first day of your mens on August 2. So let me put there a symbol. It's a drop, meaning that you had your menses over here. So this is your LMP, or the first day of your last menstrual period. Okay, the next step after having the LMP is to add. You are going to add the number of days of your cycle length. Okay, so let us say for example that your cycle length is around, let's say 30 days, as I mentioned earlier. So we are going to determine when is the 30th day from August 2nd. So we have here 1, 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30. 30 days after August 2nd would be September 1. So I am going to put here another blood mark or a drop, which means that you are going to expect that the first day of your next menstrual period should fall on September 1. Now, in order to know when you are going to conceive, okay, after determining that we have here September 1 is the start of the next cycle, you are now going to subtract. You are going to subtract 14 days. Okay, again, you're going to subtract 14 days. Why? Because the menstrual cycle is divided into two phases, and it is the second phase, the first and the second phase with the ovulation at the middle. It is the second phase that is always fixed as 14 days. Now, that is another discussion for another day, and that is too technical. Let me just explain this in the most layman's term possible. Okay, so we have here your next expected menstrual period. So it's very simple. You're just going to subtract 14 days from this. So we're going to do 7, 14. Therefore, on August 18, I am going to put here letter C, which means that this is the day that you are expected to conceive, if you would like to conceive. Why? Because that is the day that you are most fertile. Why? Because that is the day that you are going to ovulate. It is that simple. Alright, so this is in short the baby making day. Now, let us now determine, okay, what kind of baby would you be able to make if you're going to make a baby on, okay, August 18th, let's say, of this year. So now that we have determined already when are you going to conceive in the month of August, or when is it possible for you to conceive in the month of August, okay, let us now take a look at the Chinese gender predictor chart. Now what I did here is that I have extracted one part of the chart to show you guys. Over here we have here the age of the mother, okay, and we have here the months of the year. Now, let's say for example, just for the purpose of this video, that you are 23 years old and this month is August. It means that if you're going to conceive this month, you are going to have a baby girl. Now, if you would like to have a baby boy, you would have to wait until next month in September, because according to the chart that you are going to have a baby boy by next month. Now, I actually did some let's say survey about this, and I asked 10 of my friends who had recently given birth over the last year. Now, out of the 10, okay, I found out that 8 of which, okay, actually did come true. Now, that also includes the prediction for my baby Ethan. Okay, according to the chart that I am going to have a baby boy. And true enough, I now have a bouncing baby boy. Now, where did this come from? Some people are asking me. Yeah, this came from, this was actually discovered in a tomb, okay, of some Chinese royalties. Now, it is said that this was created for the royal family during the time of the Qing dynasty. Now, from then, okay, during a certain time in history, like it was transferred to England, in which a scholar studied it in 1972, and it was translated into English. Right now, if you're curious, you can find it in the Institute of Science in Beijing, because it is largely available to the public for everybody to see. Okay, and since then it has been actually all over the internet. Now, if you're interested, okay, in finding this chart, I am going to put a link down below, okay, of a certain website that I am using, and this one is totally for free. Okay, so you can just type in there your birthday and the date of conception, as I have taught you earlier, and now you can see what is the gender of the baby that you are going to make. Okay, should you make it this month or next month or in the months to come. Asking, how accurate really is it? Now, if you're going to search, a lot of researchers have been saying that it is around 93% accurate. However, there is no scientific proof behind this. Okay, just like a lot of, let's say, old beliefs, okay, ancient beliefs, that there is no exact explanation about these things, but there are a lot of people who attest to it, that it really is true, or that it came true when they used it in their babies. Now, as a nurse, I would say that it is just fun to use. It was true for me, it was true for a lot of my friends, but I could not really like totally testify that it is 100% accurate. I would still say that if you would like to be sure for the gender of your baby, nothing beats the ultrasound, which is usually done on the second trimester, or the other medical methods such as chorionic villi sampling, amniocentesis, and the like. So just better consult your doctor, okay, and around the second trimester, they'll be able to tell you what is the real gender of your baby. There are some people, however, who wait until the baby is born, okay, and for them to know what is the real gender of your baby. So this information is just nice to know. It's nice to share with all of you guys. Now, tell me, have you used it before? Have you heard about it? I have, like, one of my cousins, she has a Chinese husband, but he is not really aware about this method. But however, she has a Chinese friend who knows about it, and is also like using this method. So it's like a 50-50 chance. If you come to think of it, 50% you could be right, 50% you could be wrong, because it's only a toss between having a boy or a girl. However, for a lot of soon-to-be parents, of course, knowing the gender of your baby is one of the most exciting time in your pregnancy. Alright, so let me know what are your thoughts about this in the comment down below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Okay, and please hit the thumbs up button if you learned something for today. Did you find this useful? Is it entertaining for you? Okay, and I would like to hear from you, okay, both in Facebook and in YouTube. Alright, so thank you so much for being with me today, guys, and I'll see you till next video.